So I play Maureen Hope. I am from Hell's Kitchen. Grew up kind of going in and out of foster care homes, and met Billy Hope when I think we were probably maybe 15, 16. So we've been together, I guess, 22 some odd years, and yeah, and our life is boxing, really. Our life is boxing and our child and each other, and kind of this business that we've created together. And I think it's an interesting point when we meet Maureen in the film, because I think things are shifting a little bit in the way that Billy fights, or Maureen's recognizing that he can't keep that up forever, and there might need to be a new strategy put in place. I think she's sort of the front line for Billy, and I think she's the only one that really has his best interests at heart. I think she knows that boxing's like water, breathing air or drinking water to him, but she also wants him to not be a vegetable, So I think that she's a fiercely protective person. I think that she doesn't want her daughter growing up without parents the way they did. I think that I think she's madly in love with her husband too. So there's a passion there, and I think they have a passion for the sport. I think she shares that passion with him. I don't think it's something that she shies away from. I think she's very realistic about it, but I think she's fumbling in the dark too. I think that she knows she has to protect her family, and that's the bottom line, but I don't think she always knows exactly how to do that, and I think it's a very seductive world they found themselves in, and she has to keep checking in with what's important and what matters. I think it's about, Antoine's talked about this a lot, we talked about it a lot on set, that it's really a film about love and family, and finding out what really matters, and and what are you willing to give up to maintain that? What's the most important thing to you? So yeah, Antoine sort of just kept coming back to the love and making sure that was really palpable within this family, and then Jake's character has to find his way back to that. And then I think it's about anger and how you channel that anger that comes from things that have happened to you in the past or the present or whatever it is, and finding sort of the smarter way through life, having a cooler head, and realizing you're not in this life alone. I spoke to some families who were in the boxing world, and sort of got some perspective on that, what day-to-day life is like, and then Jake and I went to a facility where we thought maybe Maureen and Billy would have met and grown up in something like that, and then I did some boxing, which was really fun and really informative, just to sort of get into the mind of a boxer and understand how physically demanding it is, and mentally demanding, and I really leaned on my hair and makeup and wardrobe team to get to give her a certain look that was very different from mine, and kind of jack her up a bit, and yeah, that was fun. And then the dialect helped too. I had a great dialect coach, and that just sort of gave a whole other flavor as well, and informed where she came from. Well, it was an incredible transformation to watch. We met when he was in the early stages of just learning how to box. It's incredible to me that he'd never boxed before he was prepping for this film. So, what he did in such a short period of time, it's really awe-inspiring. Not just his physical transformation, but just learning how to be a boxer. It's not something you could learn overnight, and he did. So And he just always brought his A game. You know, he was just ferocious and, you know, like a dog with a bone, always trying to find the truth and the essence of the story we were trying to tell, always digging for more. And, you know, so beyond all the physical work he was doing, the emotional work and the psychological work was really, really inspiring as well. I got a real fearlessness from Antoine that, you know, every day we showed up to work, he wasn't afraid to not exactly know where we were going. You know, he'd have the basics and know, you know, these are the general themes we're going after, and now let's just play and see if we can find the most honest moments here. So I love that about him, and just a real generosity of spirit and sense of love, of trying to bring love into this picture and not make it just about, you know, violence and, you know, cool boxing shots. He was really digging for something deeper.